Hello everyone, this is Rexer of the YouTube and sometimes Twitch channel NotQuiteThereGaming, bringing you a combination vlog and follow-up to a little contest thingamajigger I did at the end of one of my videos, because stealth contests are way better than public contests where you can get sniped by giveaway snipers. No comment. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to show my face because I spent time on New Year's with my family and I really didn't do anything with myself. I'm not even shaved. I mean, I just look dreadful. Wait, what? Ah! I did that on purpose. So I look dreadful, so please excuse that. But I did want to thank everyone because the 2nd of January, not the 1st of January, but the 2nd of January, was actually the day I posted my first video on the internet, on YouTube. So, with this video, with the 1st of January video, we will effectively close a full 1-year loop for my channel. But before we get into that, let's see about this contest thingy I launched in my Irradiating Disarm video. So the idea was, we are going to have some Grineer clones and they are going to fight it out for our viewing pleasure, and depending on if you picked the right clone to win or not, you are going to win a full Boltor Prime set on the PC version of Warframe. Sadly, I did not specify that correctly, but that's the only version I play, so that's the only version I can give away stuff on. So yeah. Okay, so let's see about this tournament thing. Okay, so we have a hidden contestant, and they're all very shy. Ha! Okay, so there they are. So we have a number of 2 bets so far. One is for the person on the far right, and one is for the person on the far left. Now, I did state in the Irradiating Disarm video that these bets are not going to be taken completely seriously. So basically, if you entered into the contest, you're into the contest. But let's see who actually wins. So we have Mr. Stealthy Dude on the far left, but I think he's out of the contest area, so I'm going to have to disqualify him. Look at that. No sneaking around. I'm the only one allowed to sneak around. So let's head in for a better look, or as I like to call it, a more confusing look. Mental note, fire the cameraman, because this was not a move that he should have done. Okay, yeah, the contestants are getting a little bit rowdy. They probably heard of the Boltor Prime set and they want it now. They don't want it to go to someone on YouTube. They need it for their fight right now and they're very upset about it. Okay, so some baton action, very good, as expected. Okay, oh my god, gender dominance. Now this is unfair, look at that. So only the ladies have progressed so far. That's not equal representation. I'm not happy with this. What kind of a bullshit thing is this? I'm going to have to file a complaint to some association about this. I don't know, but we're going to progress because this is a serious broadcast and the show must go on. Okay, so we have 3 ladies. What? Oh my god, they have conspired to stop the contest. We can't have that. Back into the fight you go. Come on. Oh my god, so we have a quitter. We have 2. Oh, there you go, they're fighting. Okay, but we're gonna have to disqualify someone. Disqualified. And we have a winner. But nobody saw who the winner was from the starting lineup because the cameraman was a dumbass. Still, we have Corpus, Grineer Clone Ballista with no face. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. So the face of our lovely winner of the Battle Royale 2014 now elected in 2015, is the Grenier Ballista, which was somewhere in the lineup at some point, because I really should have done a better job of keeping track of these people. Moving on. So we have the comments for my Irradiating Disarm video. So we have Dacob03, far left, going to win, and we have Cotin Swabs. I think the one on the far right wins. So, because I have no freaking clue which of the actual fighters won, but even so, comparing the dispositions, it is possible that the one on the far left won, but the one on the far right was technically this guy. The one on the far left was actually this guy. So yeah, let's investigate. Maybe we can find a more clear victor. So we have the engaged. Okay, so they're fighting. Oh, okay, so we have this one right here, and it looks like we have the very far right ballista is that one. This is the very far left ballista. So they're fighting. Okay, let's see if we can accurately identify the winner in instant replay. So the one on the far right was still that one, was farthest away. Okay, they switch positions. Now this one is the one who was on the far right. Okay, so she's on the left now. No, she switched positions. Now she's on the right again. Okay, we're going to have to disqualify this ballista with the mask still on in a few moments. Okay, so we have the faceless ballista who was on the far right, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, disqualify one ballista. Okay, there we go. Okay. And the one on the far right wins, except she wasn't on the far right because, like I said, the one on the actual far right was the Lancer. So we're going to go ahead with a really harebrained, idiotic way of going about selecting the winner. So we have far left going to win and far right going to win. Now the closest person to the truth so far was Cotin Swabs, but because he was not entirely accurate, we're going to give him 2 chances to win, and we're going to give Dacob 1 chance to win. We're going to first select the criteria. Are we going to go with nearest wins, or are we going to go with a full-on random selection? We're going to use random.org because true randomness is awesome, and we're going to do 1 to 9,002. And if we have an odd number, we are going to select the winner by random draw from every contestant, from every entry. If we have an even number, Cotin Swabs is going to win by having the nearest guess. So even number, Cotin wins. Odd number, we draw again from every contestant, from every person who guessed. So odds versus evens, and we have evens. Evens means that Cotin Swabs won the Boltor Prime set. Now it's not really a big prize, and I'm sorry for keeping you so long about this, but Cotin, I'm going to be sending you a private message on YouTube, and I'm going to have to ask you for your in-game name for Warframe. Again, this is the PC version. I hope you're on the PC, because else I'm going to be really embarrassed. Yep. Thanks everyone for participating. This was kind of funny, and yeah, I know it wasn't as public as it maybe should have been if I would have done it in its own video. But again, giveaway snipers. Oh god. Anyway, so that does it for the Boltor Prime set. But in the meantime, let's see. We should take a look at my channel. Because, like I said, this is a combination vlog thingamajigger. Hopefully there's no personally identifiable information here. So we have a lot of videos. I have 147 videos in this year that I've done YouTube. And the very first video I've ever done on YouTube is my Visionary Advice Warframe Nyx Build Guide version 1.0, which I published on January 2nd at 11:23 a.m. That was 1 year ago, but it's an interesting memory. You know, I started out originally just wanting to do a series about some warframes that I've been playing a lot, and then I did this non-boxing Jem'Hadar Dead Not Carrier thing for Star Trek Online because I wanted to do a parody of unboxing videos, and that, well, you know, I was really proud of that. Like, there's a paradox in my videos. The videos I spend less amount of time actually filming and more preparing the things that I'm talking about are the videos that are the most successful on my channel. But the videos that I spend a lot of time editing, for example, the non-boxing video for the Jem'Hadar Carrier, the starter Warframe guide that I did, it's now outdated because they replaced Loki in the lineup, but that one I was really proud of. But almost nobody watched it. I mean, 1 year ago, 343 views, that's blah. I was really proud of those videos, and a lot of people have suggested that I should do more editing, that I should do some more production value on my videos and stuff, and get them shorter, get them more concise and stuff, because that seems to be the trend, and I do see that shorter videos are in higher demand, but I don't know, they just don't go that well on my channel apparently, which is not that big of a problem because I really like to talk a lot about video games. I don't talk a lot about other things, but I do like to talk a lot about video games. So my Warframe guides, Warframe the game, Warframe the item guides, those seem to be the most watched things on my channel still, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that you guys and gals have watched my videos for a year now. And look at that view count on the Necros build guide. That was it was apparently very controversial. I should redo that guide sometime because Necros has some interesting new modifiers, and I do like some of them. I tried the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot for a while. Oh boy, the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I stopped the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot not because I didn't like the viewer engagement, because I would have done it regardless. I do Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and absolutely nobody watches that except WowGab and my friend Elena. So I still do that, but I stopped the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot series because I was doing a guide. So the meta about a year ago in Mighty Quest for Epic Loot was that you would make springboard traps which launched your character, your enemy's character specifically, into a pit of fire mines. And the idea was to make the perfect fire mine pit and springboard combo so that your enemy could not get out of it unless they had insider knowledge as to a specific angle of jumping and so on that they could get out of the pit. So it should have been instant death. And that was a really cheap way of doing things in the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, and a lot of people were upset about that. But I had found a few interesting guidelines about combating that sort of a combo, And I was doing a video for the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, and I was doing stuff like what sort of items could help you to get flung farther or less far by those springboard traps, so you can avoid the actual fire mine pit itself. I was doing stuff like angles. I was doing stuff like suggesting that you should walk backwards into the springboard so that it would because that would make the springboard fling you less far, or stuff like stun recovery and stuff like that. And I was doing my video, and the game just kept fucking up. And you know, it's open beta. I mean, right? It's open beta. So the game kept fucking up, and the game kept fucking up, and I needed to rearrange my springboards and my fire mines and the other traps in my castle in order to show different scenarios of the combo that people were upset about, so that I could show how I combat these scenarios, right? And the game kept fucking up. After I rearranged the castle once, it would not let me rearrange it again. And I mean, I could place a few items, but if I removed a few items, I could not place items again. I think that was the bug at the time, I forget. But either way, it didn't let me rearrange the castle, so I had to keep closing the game and restarting the game each time I rearranged my castle for something. I had to keep closing the game and restarting the game, closing the game, restarting the game, and that's what I did for an entire afternoon. And that pissed me off so much. I didn't do the video. I got really upset with the footage that I did get, because I wanted to get some more footage, and I knew that I had to jump through some really bullshit hoops to do it. And I got really upset with some other things about the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I even made a thread on Steam at some point about the way that they capped tombstones for people that die in the castle. And if you have a good castle, you will get 20 or 30 attacks on your castle before you are able to log back in again to collect the tombstones. They did the tombstone fix in order to combat tombstone banking. That is, keeping every tombstone in your castle until you need the resources from it, because if you click a tombstone you get resources, for those of you who don't know, for defending your castle from that hero that died there. And they made the cap in order to combat tombstone banking, so that people would not keep the resources in tombstones instead of keeping them in the castle's vault where they could be raided. So it was a cap of 10, and I would get raided 20 times before I could do anything. And sometimes people would just keep raiding me. The same person would just keep raiding me, because they knew that I would not get any ranking points after the first defeat for them. And after 10 defeats from anyone, for anyone, I would not even get life force, so they could just raid me and raid me and raid me and raid me and raid me. And that was just bullshit. That game, I don't know what it's like now, and I'm not really eager to find out either. But at that point, there's more things about Mighty Quest of Epic Loot that pissed me off, and I really stopped playing that game. I just fuck it. Yeah. So this is why I call this a vlog. By the way, here's my face again. What? So yeah, this is the combination giveaway and 1 year vlog. So that's what happened to Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. The phage, I kind of found a bug on that, and I was calling it a secret synergy. They fixed it, but the phage is still awesome. I still use it from time to time. Impressions and stories. That was kind of a review or presentation series I did, and I forget what the name of it was in the first place. I think I don't really remember. It had a different name, and then I changed it. I did one for Dawn of War 2, Retribution, and I did one for One Finger Death Punch. I think that's about it. I didn't feel comfortable with review style content. I really didn't feel comfortable with it. I really want to find another way of making videos in which I can just tell stories about the games I play, and maybe fit in some video and stuff. I don't really want to do montages like other people. It's not about the funny moments in the video, in the game. Like, it's not about me tripping over a banana and screaming like a wussy girl or something. It's more just like it's just the stories. It's things that can be adequately conveyed through words. Like, for example, I play a lot of Black Flag recently. Now, sure, the video would help, but there's two things in Black Flag that I really like a lot that have happened to me. Now, the first one is, actually there's three things that I would like to say about Black Flag. One of my friends told me that you can get man-o'-wars, like the biggest ship in the game, that are higher level than the ones that I had in my fleet. You can capture ships in Black Flag to put in your merchant fleet. So I was capturing ships, and I was really looking into where I can find the biggest ships, the highest level ships, because they have better stats, like more cargo capacity, faster speed, and bigger guns and stuff, which you can use in the merchant minigame for Black Flag. And she told me, hey, there's these man-o'-wars that are level 60. Whoa, level 60. They have 90 cargo capacity, they have 30 speed, I believe, and 70 gun power. Yeah, I need to get me some of those. So I looked into it online and found a location at which one of those man-o'-wars usually docks. So I head over there. There's a man-o'-war docked. There's a level 60 man-o'-war docked. So there's another area nearby that is restricted. So it's also restricted, and it's controlled by the English fleet, the British fleet, if you will. And the man-o'-war that was docked was Spanish. So what I did was I sailed my ship through the restricted British area. I caught a few lower level man-o'-wars, like level 30 something and level 40 something man-o'-wars from the British patrols, and I led them to the Spanish man-o'-war that was docked. So first they were all pissed off at me, but after some clever maneuvering, they started shooting at each other instead. So I focused all my attacks on the Spanish man-o'-war, and then I boarded her and captured her, then made my escape through the ensuing battle between the man-o'-war's escort frigates and the two British man-o'-wars that I had dragged in. Now that was awesome. Another awesome thing was that I later tried the same thing to capture a high-level man-o'-war from the Hunters, from the faction that comes and tries to kill your main character after you have a high wanted level on the pirate stuff. So I was on the man-o'-war, on the Hunter man-o'-war, and I was fighting everyone there, and I needed maximum wanted level in order to attract that high level of man-o'-war. And if I die, I lose all my wanted level. So I was on the man-o'-war, and I activate one of those environmental effects where your character activates a sort of a pulley thing which flings him up to another level, And on the other level there is usually a soldier, a guard with a long rifle, which is firing at people down below. But also usually that person gets an attack on you before you can react, because bullshit game design. You can't even draw your weapons, you can't even counter. It's kind of weird. And that soldier attacked me, and he knocked me off that higher ledge, and I fell onto the deck below, and I had no life. None. Zero. Nothing. There was nothing in the bar. Oh my god. So I'm there panicking. I'm right next to an enemy heavy, which is winding up his big axe in order to swing at me, and I'm jumping all over the place trying to fucking survive. And I make it into the water. I spend some time swimming around to my own ship, which was alongside the Hunter Man of War. I loaded my guns. I climbed up on my own masts on my own ship, and I sniped the 2 riflemen on the upper level from the upper level of my own ship. And then I got the Man of War. It was too close. Okay. Another really interesting story about Black Flag, which I play a lot of lately, is I didn't play very much multiplayer, but right now I kind of quit on top, because the very last match of multiplayer that I played was one of those matches where your team is all one looks exactly the same, and the enemy team looks exactly the same. They all have the same model, and the goal is in 2 rounds. First round, one team tries to assassinate the people on the other team, while the people on the other team hide, and the second round they switch. So the first round we were assassinating people, and it didn't go so well. I was more into the stealthy approach, and my teammates were running around like getting kills. I got a couple of kills myself. I got high quality kills, you know, because I'm classy like that. But yeah, we didn't do so well. In the second round, though, we were hiding pretty good. I didn't let the enemy get any kills on me unless they were very low quality. They had to run after me in plain sight, and I used all my abilities and stuff. And we were at the very, very end of the map, of the match. It was the second round. We were defending. We were trying to hide. We were all 3 of us in the exact same spot, and I do think there were 4 enemies. It's an 8-player match, right? So we were all 3 hiding in the same spot, because we get more points if we hide in the same spot, which is very risky, as you might think. So we see the enemies. They're coming right at us. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. We're hiding. We're getting a lot of points. They're not getting any points because they're not assassinating any of us. We're hiding. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. They're making a beeline right for us. They know where we are. 4. Your team is in the lead. 3. They assassinate one of my guys. The other guy goes in for a stun on that person, but there's another assassin coming in from the other side. Your team has lost the lead. I go for that other assassin, which can easily assassinate one of the 2 of us that is left, and I stun her. And 1-0. Your team has won. Fuck me. So they got points for assassinating one of our dudes, but we got points for the stuns. In the last second or 2 of the match, enough points for those to win. That was sweet. That was a moment. And that it's stuff like that that I really want to be able to convey in a video, but I don't record all the time because my rig isn't like the best thing ever, and I can't just keep recording every second of my gameplay, and I just like to tell stories. So that's one example. Let's see. So we have a lot of Warframe guides. We had Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. We have impressions and stories. Some channel updates. We have Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. Pre-order bonus item, Wings of Valor Showcase. That got a lot of views. That was nice. I did a couple of videos on Diablo 3. There's a lot to talk about Diablo 3, and I wanted to make a video about Diablo 3, but fudge. I even thought about it this morning, about what I would say if someone asked me about Diablo 3 and about Reaper of Souls specifically, and it kind of upsets me that some people bunch together the big patch that happened before Reaper of Souls with Reaper of Souls. The big patch removed the auction house, it changed the legendaries, it changed so many things about Diablo 3 vanilla, and that was the patch that really changed Diablo 3 a lot for the better. Reaper of Souls, on the other hand, has a different set of features. It's so much wrong with that game. So much wrong with that game. I would get really upset if I talked about it in a video. So I don't know. I'm going to give you the short of it though, because I don't really feel comfortable ranting too long in this one. The entire plot of Reaper of Souls is sequel bait. Everything in Reaper of Souls is sequel bait, including the final cutscene. Everything in it is sequel bait. There were bugs in it at the start. I'm really unhappy with the amount of excessive randomization present in the item system. The Crusader was broken to start with, broken bad. Certain things were geared more towards older players that had piles of money from the auction house system left over. Then for newer players, fine, whatever. Newer players that had like 80 hours in the game, sure. And the bounty system, a lot of people talked about the bounty system like it was the thing that saved Diablo. The bounty system was shit. It had bugs in it. There were times that I got into an area, kill X monsters. I went through the entire area 3 times, triggered every area-related monster spawn, every event-related monster spawn, everything. And I did not have enough monster kills in that area to get the bounty for that area. And it was, hey, clear this amount of monsters, clear this monster pack, clear this boss. Yeah, okay. And the rewards were shit. And the vaults, I forget what they're called, the Nephilim vaults, I think they're called. Those were kind of fun. Those are kind of fun, but the re-rolling system was like putting a band-aid on a gaping neck wound. Like you have your carotid artery cut and you put a band-aid on it. Hey, okay, thanks. I mean, I'm gonna bleed out in like 10 minutes and there's nothing you can do about it with that fucking band-aid, but whatever. Thanks for trying, I guess. And let's put it this way. There's something. The final battle of Reaper of Souls makes absolutely no sense. You can justify it, but it's not your job to justify it. It's not your job to justify it. It's the job of the people that made the game to make you feel that it was justified. And it's not. It was... Comparatively, I liked the story of Diablo 3 Vanilla. And moving on to greener pastures and better examples. Path of Exile's item system is just a lot better. Like the Diablo 2 item system, even the Diablo 1 item system, the Path of Exile item system is so much better than Diablo 3. And in a game which is so dependent on loot, definitely better. Warframe's item system, even better. There's no randomization in the items you get in Warframe. You go to X spot, you farm Y mob, and you get item Z, which is always item Z. You will never get item Z plus 1, Z minus 1. And they even said it in a live stream. It was Steve Sinclair. I watched it live, and a question comes in: will there ever be different effectivenesses of certain mods? And he goes, you want RNG on top of your RNG? No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And I love that answer. I love that answer so much, because even in Diablo 2 you had RNG. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can go to the Ariat Summit. Where the hell was it? Okay, here we go. Ariat Summit. The Ariat Summit. And we have items. We have every item in the game indexed by players in this lovely place. And we have bows, for example. Do you see any fucking RNG on these bows? No? Oh, here's one level of RNG. 70 to 130% enhanced damage. Oh my god, so much RNG. Right? Right? $15 to $30 to $50, $70 to $90, $50 to $75. In the meantime, in Diablo 3, oh fuck it, I'm no, this is not good. This is not good. Hey everyone, this is a cut into the last video because I got so upset talking about Diablo 3. I got so upset talking about Diablo 3 that I actually quit the video. But I need to finish it because there's a live drawing in that other video. And yeah, so going on, I don't want to talk about Reaper of Souls. I don't want to talk about Reaper of Souls. It upsets me greatly, and yeah, whatever. So moving on, we have my last Warframe video, which I did for a long while. I actually my mother had some health issues, and I had to take her to the hospital after I did this video, and I got kind of upset about things after that point, and I kind of stopped making Warframe videos for a while. Kind of stopped making most any videos for a while. Like 2 months, maybe 3, when I didn't do much of anything. Oh boy. So then I started Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which set me on the right path of actually being committed to the channel. And I've been doing I've done some freeform recording of it to start with, but then I switched to streaming every Sunday at 12 noon GMT, and I do a little bit of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Then I do a Warframe guide every week. Oh boy. That's a really nice rhythm that I got myself into. And you see here at the top we have matched third-party content. What could that possibly be on my Heroes of Might and Magic 3 video with no music outside of the in-game music? Well, I'm glad you asked, people of the internet. It turns out certain rappers have used certain starting bits of certain Heroes of Might and Magic 3 town music to start the rap songs, because it's nice music, you know, it has nice build-up, and it's interesting when you hear the other piece of music and you hear the fact that it is one-for-one copied, no processing, and maybe have some rap starting over it after like 40 seconds, and then you find your Heroes of Might and Magic 3 video being matched for content. And I have a few of these. I have one of them which I wrote a really strong worded reply, and yeah, that one was cleared up, but the other ones, well, fucking bullshit. So I found out the hard way that aka Mike B was right, and YouTube content matching systems really fucked up. So we have some more of that, and then after a lot more of that, Warframe starts up again in this winter. I don't know, like after winter, after I got my Gigabyte GeForce GTX 970 G1 Gaming's graphics card, I gifted it to myself basically. I really got into Warframe again. I did Loki Prime first, and then I did Nyx, because those are Warframes that I play a lot. And I started with the Warframes that I felt most comfortable with. I liked that. But then I went to build some other Warframes. I have this preemptive Warframe disclosure because, well, if you wanna listen to the video yourself, you'll know why I did it. There's no disclosure really to be done because I don't receive anything on this channel, and I probably never will accept anything anyway. I'm too dumb. My integrity is too high. Clicker Heroes, I did a couple of videos. I hardly play this game anymore, but I do want to do another video of it soon because numbers, basically. Numbers. I don't mean the views. I mean I'm going to do something like a 300k Hero Soul Ascend, and numbers. That game is all about numbers. We have the Limbo builds, which nobody watched, which is kind of a shame because Limbo is kind of fun, but yeah, he definitely... It's tough to make that Warframe without making him too good. It's a difficult balancing act. And now we have more recent videos. We have Battle for West North, which I still want to do, but you know what? I just don't have the time. The holiday season, making Warframe guides, Heroes of Might and Magic, it doesn't take up that much time, so I still do that. But Battle for West North, I have to set aside some time that I'm not doing Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and Warframe, usually during the middle of the week, and I don't have the time for it. I play Black Flag. I like to play Black Flag a lot, so that kind of supersedes it. Vauban, we have Ash, we have Mesa, an exploratory video for Terraria. I didn't have time to continue Terraria. We have the addendum for Irradiating Disarm, and we have Nova Prime, which is going really well. We have some more Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and we have the Synod Gamma Core build, and whoa, what's this? A currently unreleased video? Imagine that. I wonder what it could be. Well, you get one guess. It's a 2-hour long Warframe video. What could I possibly talk about regarding Warframe for 2 hours? Could it be a poorly production valued, no actual gameplay review of the entire game? I don't know. It might be, because that's probably the only way I could talk about Warframe for 2 hours. Oh boy. Anyway, so we have our winner. I'm going to contact him soon, and if you hear or if you see an odd cut here or there after the drawing process, only after the drawing process, it's probably because I ranted for way too long and decided to cut the video. So long story short, it's been a real trip this year, and I learned a lot of interesting things about YouTube, even more than the things that I thought I went into prepared for YouTube. And thanks everyone for watching my content. Especially thank you for the people that commented and were civil about it. It doesn't matter if you agree with my opinions. If we can have a civil discussion, I cherish that. And I like that. And that is one thing I really like about this channel. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching and participating and being awesome. And my New Year's resolution, if you'll find it on my Twitter channel, is the second version of the intro for the Iron Man cartoon. So I'm going to be Iron Man this year. Or, well, we'll see if I can make it figuratively. Thank you everyone, and I want to leave you with a very short piece of advice. Don't be dicks to each other, because maybe the person you're talking to actually is an asshole, or maybe you are just spending too little time getting to know them. And yeah, that's probably because I was hurt in that way in the past. You don't need to read into it, I'm telling you. Yeah. So that's the way it goes. But I've done that mistake myself too, so sometimes I was right, sometimes I was wrong. Needless drama is needless, kids and guys and gals and gentlemen and ladies. This has been Rexer of the YouTube and sometimes Twitch channel NotQuiteThereGaming. And here's going into another year of YouTube craziness. Thank you very much for watching, and a happy new year to all.